share. And our customers say it best, so people who've been using the product. Victor, if you do not mind, I would love to have you get the spotlight and share with us your story and how the products helped you, what you've used, and go for it, sir. I thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Carrie, for inviting me here. I was sitting on the couch and my granddaughter goes, "You should be wearing a Cup B bra." And I'm going, "Okay." So I think I need to do something about this, about thing Cup Fit was coming along. Problem was, these bags were my friend. And even though I was kind of doing the products and stuff, they were always in my mind. So I started the Club Fit Challenge. I had been using the products off and on, but I really went all in. And so halfway through, I hurt my hips. I couldn't even do the exercises, but I still lost 23 and a half pounds. To put it in perspective, that's a bag of sugar. And so most of us don't think about, what really our weight is. 3 boxes of butter, that's only 3 pounds of fat. So, it really got me motivated. I got on the products, as I said, the cravings for everything went away. I used to walk by the candy dish at work and grab a handful. Now I just wave at it as I walk by. It's just, you know, when you think about the bag of sugar versus a bag of chips, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You don't want that bag of sugar back on your body. And so, now, as Carrie said, this is the bag that I reach for because I used to do a lot of caffeine at work, and within 2 hours, I'd be, waking up with my head on the keyboard again. And so, that lasts, and it's really mild. I compare it to riding on the tide versus a tidal wave, like most of the stuff that's out there. The other one that I really like, as Carrie mentioned, is the Immunix. I almost always get a cold in the spring and the fall. I have not gotten one yet this fall. And so I really am very thankful to Dr. Cohn for this products. I want to be around. I just had my first great grandbaby born, and I want to see her get married. That's my motivation. It's all about family. I mean, we say look better, feel better, but in the process, we become better. And then we can experience life so much better, whether through whatever. So thank you, Carrie. It's great to have you as a friend.
Thank you so much for sharing, Victor. I appreciate you sharing. Now we're going to cruise right up since you mentioned the energy. Let me come all the way over here to Marlene because Marlene has a story for us as well. She's one of our customers. She's been using the energy product here for probably just a couple of months, right? I think. Go ahead and share with us what's happening, Marlene. Thank you.
Yes, this is my favorite energy drink now. I have been addicted to energy drinks for a really long time, too long. They wreak havoc on my stomach. I often will drink a pot of coffee a day. I'm embarrassed to admit that. I really like that caffeine rush. I need the extra push in the day. I have a pretty high intensity job. And it was really just messing with my stomach. And when I came across these and learned really how clean they are, the very few simple ingredients that are in it, I wasn't convinced that it was going to give me the boost that I needed. So I started trying it and was pretty happy with the results. I started cutting back on my coffee, and just after a couple of cups of coffee, I decided, well, I'm going to have my energy drink right around 11 instead of that third or fourth cup of coffee. And it would carry me through the day, and I didn't get that intense jittery, like anxious feeling, and I didn't have that yucky upset stomach and that cramping in my stomach that I would get from the carbonated energy drinks. It's a really smooth, simple flavor. It's not overpowering. You can tell there's no sugar in it. It's just natural sweeteners, natural flavors, and I love it. And I'm super excited about it. And I have a bag that I keep at the office and I share with my colleagues. So thank you. I love it.
Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you sharing, and I'm always glad to have another happy customer, right? We love that. Remember, it's all about sharing the product and letting people get their own experiences. And when Marlene told me how good she felt, I was like, would you mind sharing? So thank you, thank you. Let's cruise over to Nampa. Miss Judy Stallcop, would you like to share with us what you love, what product is your favorite, what's going on with your story today, my friend? Thank you so much. Let me get the spotlight on you. Go for it.
Hi, everyone. I'm Judy Stolkoff and live here in Nampa, Idaho. It was a few years ago that my world was upside down. I was in a crazy health crisis. And thank goodness there was an answer to my prayer, literally. And a friend brought me a bottle of recovery. That began a health journey that I could only dream about. I had no idea that feeling good and was even a possibility. Today, I enjoy not only my recovery that I never am without, need to order more tonight, the Hydro FX, the booster, green caps, the shaken greens, the digestics, the probiotics, the new ones. Mary Jo talked about the Immunex, the Curb. I love too the energy drink. I drink way lot less coffee, and I don't take any of these products for granted. I'm grateful to Dr. Cohen for his vision, his passion, his stick-to-itiveness to make it happen, and the secret world. We are so blessed. I'm blessed. I'm grateful to God for someone that shared with these products with me, and in turn, I get to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Awesome. My gosh, it's so fun to cruise on through and hear these stories, guys. We have another powerful story. Joanne, if you don't mind, Joanne out here in Nampa, Idaho. I know you have a powerful story. Can you share with us? I know that Judy actually, because Judy ended up getting a bottle of recovery shared with her, she does pay that forward. And this is a lady she's paid it forward to. And share with us what's happened with you since you started that recovery.
Okay, since Judy gave me the bottle of recovery, I have had remarkable change in my life. I've gone from sitting on my butt doing nothing to up every day, raring to go, looking for things to do. I have been able to increase my activity, basically get my life back. I'm back to golfing, which I was not able to do. I can hike and climb rocks and chase after college kids, and it's just wonderful. But what I wanted to really stress tonight, because I talked a lot about recovery, when I took recovery and discovered how great a product it was, for me, it made me think about, well, if this is good, what are the rest of the products like? And I was overweight. I still am, but I'm working on it. And so I tried the shaken greens, found out I liked them. They were effective. They helped my cravings. They met every need that I had as far as nutrition. And I had never been able to stay on a program before. So this was a big step for me. And then I started looking at some of the other products. And one of the last products that I started using was Curb, because actually the shakes kind of curbed everything. A lot of my sweet cravings went away. But I have found as the journey has progressed, especially when I'm with friends or with other people, and you get caught up in what is going on and the fun things and the food's brought out. If I take Curb before I go to those events or before I get caught up in that, and give myself about 30 minutes with a couple Curb and a glass of water, I really don't have the problem. I can snack a little bit and call it quits. I can, most of the time, have a drink and call it quits. It has helped me with those cravings that you sometimes get, and I think a lot of that is emotional. But it has also helped with speeding up my metabolism, because I can tell I'm burning calories faster. And if you want to know anything else about it, there's some great things for women, and I'd be glad to share that with you on a one-to-one basis. Thanks.
I love it. Thank you. I didn't know where you were going to go tonight, but hey.
I actually wanted to go all the way, but
we have too much fun, you guys.
Just say it. But than I could, but I didn't want to embarrass anybody.
Thank you so much for sharing, Joanne. It's such a pleasure, you guys. We have so much fun, you guys. Okay, one more. Dr. Sue out in Ohio. Thanks for staying up late with us. I appreciate it. We're almost done. Dr. Sue is the last testimony that I can do, and then I'll wrap it up. So please share with us what you liked about the product, what's been happening with you. Let me get the spotlight. There you go. Thank you, ma'am.
So, yeah, thanks for asking me to come on, and hello from Ohio. And I think after that testimony, I'm going to go order some more Curb. So we'll see. I'm adding that to my list.
You're going to want to.
Yeah. So anyway, my story is I've been using the products pretty much close to 10 years as well. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, whatever you want to call that, way back in the 90s, and then went into a very difficult residency. And so if I hadn't found something to help with that foundation for my body, I know I wouldn't be where I am now. So all these years later, I'm not on medications. I'm doing a whole lot better. And so for me, it's that I think everybody needs greens. I make a green drink that would make a cow jealous. Those greens are fantastic. And of course, the protein. I took a few days to see just with my regular diet how much protein I was getting. And I added it up and I thought, it's a good thing we have the protein shakes, because most of us don't realize we're not getting enough, never mind the quality, those amino acids. And the one thing, and of course the recovery for all of that discomfort that goes along with it. The one thing I will add too that I love about the product line is that you can use the greens as a drink, or they have the capsules. Because, I still talk to a lot of my friends who, my days of working 12 to 16 hours routinely, thank goodness, are gone. But I still have friends that do that, and they won't even take the time to make a drink. But I tell them, you can take 2 of these capsules and you can take them. You can do it in seconds. So I really like that part of it, that it's so convenient, and for people who are really, really busy, they can get the good nutrition.
Excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. Is that all you have? Are you
Yep.
good?
Yep.
Oh,
That's it. Thank you.
So much. I appreciate your insight, your viewpoint, of course. Guys, she's worked in health and wellness and in veterinary medicine for years. And so you can attest to this works for pets as well, yes?
Oh, yeah. I love, I think every pet should have little greens on their food, and the recovery is fantastic because you can crush it up. And even, I have a geriatric cat, and so he gets a little sprinkle in his wet food, and larger dogs can get, a whole tablet. So it's very safe. And yes, you can absolutely use those for your pets.
Thank you. That's important, because I know how many people care about their pets, and especially if they're aging pets, as we all age, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. The testimonies are fantastic. I thank everyone for your time. I know time is valuable. I'm about 4 minutes past mine. So let me wrap this up. I appreciate you guys watching. If you're on the Facebook and you're watching the replay, please put #replay if you're in that group and you want to tag somebody with some pertinent information you found inspiring here tonight. Go ahead and tag them in there.